Hello, viewers, managers. You're all welcome to this morning's edition of the FPL Ambassador show. Yes, you heard right. This morning. It's rather unfortunate. We had some technical hiccups yesterday, so we weren't able to come on live. But we decided that because of the love that we have for you, we'd have to make it up to you early this morning. And we know most of you will get the opportunity to watch during the day to be able to help you with your team setup and all of that. So we once again apologize, but we are glad to be here with you again on this Friday morning. So this morning we are starting off with the firing Gunners. I think the Gunners
Yeah,
did a good job
yeah.
for their supporters last weekend. I've never seen Arsenal supporters so happy in a long time. So we are happy. Ray, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, actually, I think it was really surprising to see how the Gunners were able to just give it to the Spurs guys
That's
like
my
that. Yeah, yeah. So I think it's well done and kudos to the Arsenal team for keeping faith with Arteta all through this time. And the fact was Arsenal had quite some very difficult fixtures to start. All the people say Brentford was not a very difficult fixture, but normally when a team comes to the championship, you always want to make a statement, and we forget that Arsenal Arsenal had challenges with some players with COVID, so sometimes we need to be fair in our judgment to some of these teams as well. But I think they've really done well there. Yeah,
We are living in a results related or results oriented world as of now. So
mm,
no one really cares if you are injured or your players are sick.
yeah,
That's the sad
sure,
thing, but that is the
sure.
truth, is what we are
True.
saying. So
Yeah.
let's get a show started.
Okay. So yes. And just a reminder to all those who are watching our video this morning, for the love that we had for you, we've had to do this at dawn to make sure that people have very valuable content ahead of this game. So please subscribe for us. Let's grow the channel. We want to move higher and higher, and that with you together we'll be able to make it. Okay. So look at our game week 6 result. But Roland, can you give us a reminder about what FPL sent to us about the passwords?
In effect, it's for us to, everyone should update his or her password. Uh, they are having some challenges with some managers' teams being hacked into. People's passwords being hacked. So it's to encourage all of us that we should make sure that we try and update our passwords as regularly as possible. So let's try and keep it. Uh, and then when you update your passwords, you try and keep it somewhere so that you don't
Yeah,
forget. Because
yeah,
usually we all get used to one password that we use and we keep it in our minds. But with the way things are going, if we don't update our passwords, you could likely be the one who is next in getting hacked. And we wouldn't want that for your hard work and a lot that has gone into your making of your team. So let's be quite careful with that one. Ray.
yes. I think also in there it looks like some third party apps and FPO was trying to say that the password hacks is not coming from them. They've tried to check and see, and it's not from their end or the website or the app. So there are no security breaches from their end. So most likely, most people have some third party apps they are using for their Fantasy Premier League, and you have to log in with your FPL email and then password. So if you are connected to any such ones, be very careful. FPL is giving them one. They don't want anybody to come and blame them for any challenges that will pop up. So please let's all be let's all watch out for that as well. So I think that is it there. We can all move on. So Roland, game week
Yes,
six was it game week six? No, the Gunners were firing. we were
we
we
were
were
not. We were nowhere near firing.
sure.
This game wasn't. I saw this coming because with last week's performances, I realized a certain trend that those managers who went in for Greenwood and Jota and
Okay.
Shaw early on, the points were coming down and down and down and down. And because you have these players in their teams, you sometimes are a bit skeptical to make a move.
Okay.
Rafinha is was well touted for the game, even though he had an injury, and you know how valuable he is to Leeds. So definitely he'll
Yeah.
play whatever they can do to keep him fit. Ismail Assar was also on my radar, but as I was saying, because you have Jota, you have Greenwood, you have Benrahma, you feel that that is enough to cover you for Rafinha and Sa, and that is what just didn't happen this game week. Greenwood had so many opportunities just to square the ball to Ronaldo or Bruno. He didn't. He decided to shoot all throughout. That's the most selfish player I've ever seen him play since he started playing in the United senior team. But these are things that happen, yes. So for now, my team is not looking good. I think Marcel and Livramento, I was hoping for the clean sheets for both of them. But unfortunately, just a mistake by Stevens, no, by Ben Narek and
Okay.
Salisu combined. Yes, it was just a long punt forward. It wasn't
Okay.
as if they had some intricate play or
Sure.
yes. So
Sure.
I mean, Southampton held their own
Sure.
against Wolves. Albeit that Wolves were also bad. They were poor in
Sure.
that game. But I was expecting at least 6-6, and if they could, one of them could manage, you could obviously guarantee that the probability of one of them getting some bonus points, especially Bramento with his short save with the crosses, you're expecting that you get some points, but it didn't happen. So that's about it. Benrama blanked, Greenwood blanked, Ronaldo, my captain, also blanked. Jota was the one who got a goal. He could have gotten two more as usual. Alexander Arnold, to our surprise, Liverpool were very open in the back. Shaw got injured during the game again. He picked up a yellow
Mm.
card. It wasn't a good week at all. But
Yeah.
the positive for me is that I didn't take a minus, so I didn't
Sure.
really feel it too much. Yeah, so that's my team review.
Okay. Not too bad. I think there's nothing much more to talk about FPL.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
looks like you've had two red arrows after four green arrows. So we'll just take it
yes,
and keep on.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
But there's nothing bad with the team. Sometimes if you have those kind of game weeks, the team itself is not bad. There's that the weekend results were not as favorable as we all expected. So sometimes it does not mean you should
yeah,
panic, and managers should not panic. No, most managers are in that situation. Don't panic and start changing your team. Just relax. They are just 7 game weeks, 6 game weeks gone. We have 32 game weeks more to
yes,
go. Yes. So
that's
let me see how it goes there. Okay. So mine, as you were saying, you didn't take a -4, but I took a -4. I think my transfer was who did I make into my team last week?
McCarthy
Yes, okay, yes, I brought in McCarthy. My original
and
transfer was Bamford. I brought Bamford after the game week 5 fixture, and then Bamford never played. I never knew he was carrying an injury, and then he didn't play. So then I had my failed backman um, transfer was not going to happen. So when I was confirmed Backman was not playing, I didn't have a good bench. I thought, okay, no, let me sort the Backman problem once and for all, and then take a hit for the long run and just get a good I think has very good pitches. On my mind, I had McCarthy, Giata, and then Ramsdale. But I think I felt the Southampton defense is a little bit more okay, relatively okay among all the three. But then their pitches were pitches they could get a little bit more clean sheet than the others. Those save points is not much guaranteed in there. So I had to go McCarthy and Bamford for -4. Bamford sitting on my
okay,
bench like that. But then I dropped from 9,999,990. So just a little bit into the I've gone back into 1 million, but I'm not too bothered now. I realize the points are very close. Somebody you always say that by the time you see the points, the gap open. Yes, I know. But now what I'm doing is since I wildcarded and I realized I have some challenges to do, I'm sorting the teams out now so that ahead of me, I'll not be taking the hits again and the team will be very, very strong now. So when we get to my team, you realize I'm into my team. God willing, next week I might be bringing Cancelo, and then I'm ready to face the fixture string that is ahead of us. There. So the Ronaldo captaincy was what really went against us. I know at a
yeah,
point my mind went to Antonio, but I wasn't too confident about that. I knew he could hit. There I am, as of FPL Black Box yesterday was saying that he felt very bad considering Antonio captaincy, but he felt that his point now is that watch, don't choose a captain because he's a premium player. Choose the captain because you know that this is the guy who can give you the best points in the week. So
Yeah.
it shouldn't be because Antonio is maybe a 7.9 or 8 million, you don't captain him. If you feel Antonio has a very good fixture, captain him. And he said, after making all those arguments, Antonio nearly gave it to him. I think he said he was watching the game and then after 90 minutes he got annoyed and then turned off the TV. So it was later on that he heard Antonio has scored. Yeah, he was really jubilating as well. But the fact is that Antonio against Leeds meant that the Leeds defense is not good. Yes, we said that there are some teams that they should target in your captaincy. Leeds, Watford, Norwich, Newcastle. If you have any of your players playing against these and your player is an attacking player, captain him because most likely he'll be able to hit in there. So it's a lesson to us all. Myself, I wasn't convinced about him, not because I didn't know he could, but I just thought that the Aston Villa game would be an open game whereby United will score, and I knew Ronaldo would score in there. But then also need to give shout out to Salah. Salah has really done well, proven. Somebody has made a comment. I think last year someone also made a comment that in case of any doubt, Captain Salah. In case of any doubt, Captain Salah. So if you are confused about which guy to captain for any game week, you can just captain Salah. In fact, those who are very conservative, in fact, you can put your captain on Salah from now till game week 38 and be sure that you get one of the most maximum captaincy points as well. So those who don't want to be bothering themselves about that, you can just put the captain ban on Mo Salah and leave it there, and they can put your vice on maybe Ronaldo or Lukaku and maybe rotating it, but just leave the captaincy on Salah because the Liverpool team is still as attacking as ever, and as with Salah in the form that he is, even if he will score 2 goals in the match, at least 1 goal captain. And when Salah scores 1 goal, most likely you have 7-8 points. If the clean sheet comes 8 points, and then much more than that there. So I think so as you said, it wasn't too bad a game. But what I was actually happy was Reguilon's assist because I really needed that point after taking the -4. So Reguilon balanced my -4 because that was the last game and I knew everything was not going on. But how do we do it? We just take it there and then we move on there. So I've dropped back into 1 million, but I'm not too bothered. Anybody who is in 1 million, 2 million, don't be too bothered. Just sort out the deficiencies in your team and make sure your team is better. We have 32 more game weeks, and then I'm sure we can do better there. So look at Marlvin's team. Marlvin is not with us today, but we all can see Marlvin's team here. So Marlvin also won Ronaldo Cup. I don't know why, but it looks like funny enough for all the 6 game weeks, all our captaincies have all been the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody who says that because it's not because we don't consult each other for captaincy, but funny enough, it looks like our captaincies have all been the same in this period of time. But
Yes.
Roland, you said Marvin made a very spectacular move last week. What move did he make?
He sold Rafinha for Sa. So eventually they got the same part. I think Rafinha got 8 and Sa got 9. So him taking the -4, we both went in for Bamford. So he got Antonio back for Bamford. Then he sold Rafinha because he had the injury on
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
So the yellow was
yellow
yellow
flag.
flag. Yeah, so he went in for Sa. Sa did just pretty much what Rafinha did.
Yeah,
So he experienced his first red arrow of the season. So
yes, Marvin's
it
yeah,
wasn't
Marvin's
unfortunate.
first
It
medal.
wasn't
Yeah,
unfortunate, but it was
yeah.
bound
No,
to
no,
happen at the time.
it's bound to happen at a point. And then one thing I want to say that normally when you move into the very higher ranks, your rank will be fluctuating every game week. So you go up small, come down small, go up small, come down. But if you are in the 2 million, 3 million, if you are getting just a normal good week, you're always moving high because you're always climbing. You're always
Yeah,
climbing. So to you and Marvin who are in a very high rank, don't be bothered about the rank. Just make sure that you are always within touching distance of your target. And then you know
yes,
that as the season goes on, you can always build up from there.
yes. The points gap isn't much. So I
Yes.
mean, even two points is like 10,000 right now for
Yeah,
my
yeah,
rank where I am. So yeah,
yes.
so it's not much of a big deal.
yes, it shouldn't be much about the red arrow or green arrow, but it's about
Yeah.
your team producing the points to build up, because you are building the points to move up there. But I think that was a very smart move for him to bring in Sa. We talked about Sa in there because of the two pictures he had against Leeds and against Newcastle. I know some people were saying that as for Sa, but Sa, I hear his goal was a lucky goal or something like that. No, a picket goal or something like that. Like
You know,
more or less.
it was just like the Antonio game. You know, Antonio didn't do much the whole game
Okay,
against him. He
okay,
didn't do anything because they kept him at bay.
okay.
You remember I mentioned Calvin Phillips would keep an eye on him throughout the game.
Sure.
And actually, it wasn't even Calvin Phillips, it was Cresswell, the new one who came in.
The new, yeah, okay, okay,
And he defended so well. So it was just a last minute mistake from them that caused the
okay,
Antonio goal. And with the Sad didn't do that game. I watched the highlights. Sad didn't have many opportunities. I think the
okay,
only one he had is the one he scored.
okay,
Right.
okay.
So,
Yeah.
like you were saying, the game it's a funny odd game. So
It's a funny game.
if you didn't watch the game and you're like, oh, Sa has gotten me points, maybe Antonio has gotten me points, but the truth is, yes, you need the points, but sometimes you also have to see the performance of the player.
Yeah,
Try to, yes, is the player's performance coming down? Is it going up? So
yeah,
all those things should be looked at. But Sa is also good for this week. So I
for
think it
sure,
was a brilliant move.
for
It was
sure.
a
It was a
brilliant move.
brilliant, it was a brilliant movement. So I'm sure Marvin also had the Luke Shaw, so Luke Shaw. No, wait, so let me go back. So Luke Shaw, what happened to him? He had a yellow card and got injured. Sure.
And, that game, I wasn't around to watch
Okay.
it. I wasn't around I can't remember where I was, but I wasn't at home. So
Okay.
when I came back, I got home. I realized that he wasn't he had been taken off.
Oh, okay.
He had
Okay.
been taken off. So I've not really watched that game again. I think I've seen the goals, the highlights of
Yeah.
the
Sure.
goal scored against them, Bruno Smith. So that's about it.
Let's move on. Okay.
So
So
I think you guys are sure Man United is not a team to keep clean sheets.
you always say this. You always say it's true.
Telling
I think
you guys felt that I was doing some way, but you see, when you look at teams and say the money has never been good with clean sheets over the years, even during
sure,
Sir Alex's
sure,
time. It's
sure.
all about if you score, you score
I'll
more.
score you
You
some.
know,
Sure.
it's simple. So yes, we've had good defenders over the years, but the thing is, we are never looking to defend. We are always looking to attack.
Sure.
We are not like a Mourinho team that can defend and score one goal and win a game.
Mm.
So, I mean, I have taken sure I take it on the chin and I move on. Next time, I won't listen to people in that
You know, you know, no,
sure
no,
is
you know,
good, sure is good.
no, no, no. You see, so concerning Shaw wasn't about even the clean sheet. It was about how he was starting getting involved in attacking returns, creating
Uh,
chances and stuff like that.
yes, and I
So,
was pointing out to you guys that what
mm.
attacking returns did he get last season? Towards the end of how many attacking returns did he get?
Oh,
That's what I was
one or two in there, and you're looking
yes,
at
and
how
that's
United was going to be now more attacking. You
oh
expect
I
that
get
he
it.
take it.
Yes. But I mean, I always knew for a fact that he wouldn't do much
Okay.
because, yes, it's the Euros that made it seem, oh, he's got an assist here and there, so he's going to play well. But I mean, well, it's all part of it. I think you guys
Uh,
foresaw it in that sense, so it makes
okay.
sense too. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Not bad then. So the FPL Ambassadors League, Alcomian FC, that is Saint Manin.
Everybody,
Saint
I'm just
Manin, yes, Saint Manin is the one topping now. He subscribed as well, and yesterday he was even looking forward to our show, but he was rescheduled. So I gave him a message that we'll try and shoot overnight so that when viewers wake up, they'll see it as well. So viewers, in fact, we are happy to have you watch our show when you wake up this morning because we love you. Had to go through everything. And yeah, so as Roland is saying, he's no longer in the top seven as well. But people are moving up and down the league as well. And then the 1,000 Ghana cedis is still up for grabs. So please, you can share to your friends. Let them subscribe to the channel. Let them join, and let's move on from there. So we'll look at how our key players were for. So I'll go to the key players. So key players, Allison and then De Gea, Allison and De Gea. None didn't go well. None didn't go well. Ricardo Pereira Trent also didn't go well.
I
It
had
was only
you.
Jota. It was only Jota and Sam. Jota finally scored to just give some good omen to. But some people have sold him per se. At least it gives them the vim to sell. Because if he doesn't blank, if he continues blank, as soon as you sell him, he will score. So at least you get the point before selling him. Kane disappointed in the landing then, but Kane scored 3 goals in the Europa League last week. So Kane is somebody we should watch out for. We shouldn't just close our eyes on. Just watch how if the Spurs team might. Sometimes teams always go through that thing whereby when they get a very bad result and then they bounce back. So that's the only talk about Kane or Vardy. We want to talk about the Kane before. Oh, I should move on.
I mean, Vardy is going under the radar.
Sure,
He scored or assisted in most games that he's played in, but
sure.
everyone seems to be thinking. I mentioned it last week that we all would have jumped on him if he was 8.5 or
Yeah,
9.5.
the 10.5 price
Yes,
is something.
because their games were good from the start of the season, so
Yeah,
it would have been easy for us to jump on him. But because of where he's located and looking at the budget forwards that we have, the mid-price
sure.
forwards, it doesn't allow us to really have him in our team. So if you have him, good luck, kudos to you. But Kane will definitely bounce back.
No,
I, I'm
okay,
thinking this weekend he will be able to get something, get his season started in the Premier
okay,
League
okay.
by scoring. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Concerning Vardy, I want to say, actually, we actually went with Nacho. No, Nacho. Let me say, I always struggle pronouncing this name, Nacho. And then it looked like he wasn't going to start, and it showed that he wasn't going to start. Some of us went with Harvey Barnes, also didn't work as well. But then looking at now that some managers are selling Ronaldo, they can get that extra 1 million when they are buying Lukaku. So some managers, as their wild card now, trying to go with Vardy and Lukaku and then Antonio because of that extra 1 million they can get from there. Especially looking at how in the midfield we can get the Smith Rowe, Saka, and then
Yes.
in Wemo and Co. So if you really want to go for the body, you can join it. But one thing about the body train is the body train is a streaky train. I gave it to. I said the body has started scoring and it's going to start scoring for a while. So just know that as soon as it stops, as soon as the body train stops, just go off because when body stops scoring, the goals will shot for a very long while before they come back in there. But that said, so midfielder was very good. Differential pick was very good. Alonso Maximan is doing quite well under the radar. He's doing well. Now people are actually considering him. People were saying he didn't have the FPL output, but it looks like now he's adding that to it. And Andros Townsend too did very well in the absence of Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So he too doing very well there. And then both captaincy points were on point there. So Antonio and then Salah captaincies were also very good over there. So we'll move on to game week 7. So Roland, can you take us through game week 7?
Okay, so for keeper,
Your team.
I'm calling for Ramsdale. Ramsdale has taken the position of Leno, so now he's playing much better, getting the opportunity to keep the goal, and he was good against Tottenham this game as well. So I think that Ramsdale for keeper against Brighton. Brighton were awful against Crystal Palace in the game they played on Monday. They did not deserve even a draw from that game. Football doesn't tell the truth at times, but I mean, I think Arsenal will wipe Brighton over their season. You can really tell that they are missing the Suma in the midfield,
Sure.
and one player can make a huge difference. They were bank average. They look like a team in the relegation fight on Monday.
Okay.
Crystal Palace played them up the park just for them to have one moment of lack of concentration, and that cost them the 3 points. So
Hey,
I've
more
got
pie.
Rudiger. Uh, he's the safest pick out of the Chelsea
Sure.
lot. We saw that Alonso was taking off and Chilwell came on in the Champions League. Whatever that means, we don't know. With James, that we felt more sure of, has also gone off with an injury.
Injury.
Oh yeah, so it's a bit. But I realized that Southgate has called Reece James into the
Sure.
team, and he's
Sure.
called Shaw also into the team. So let's wait and see. That means that their injuries are not really
Long
big
term.
injuries. That kind of, yeah. So, and the midfielder, I've gone for Son this week.
I mean,
I fully expect Tottenham to bounce back, and I, I've gone in for Son. If anyone is to do it, it's the Son Kane partnership. But Son is on form. It's much better form, better form than Kane for now. So, then forward Jimenez.
hey, finally, congrats to
Oh,
him. And we're all
oh,
happy for him
because
when he scored on Sunday.
yes, in one breath I was happy, in another I wasn't. But as a human being, I was supposed to be happy for him because
Sure,
he's gone through a lot to come
sure.
back. He's tried to score. And Jimenez is a player that you get consistency from. I
Yeah,
wish
one
I
goal
could get
project.
yes, I wish I could get him because he gives you when you having him in your team and the Wolves team is playing now. With creating chances. Yes, he's not getting the best of chances, but they are playing Newcastle. Actually, if I could get him in, you just get him in and forget. If he's even captain, I like the captain because the Newcastle game will be better. I think Traore will come in that game and they'll really bully
Okay.
the Newcastle defense. Then the differential player I've gone in for Saka, and my captain this week is
Sure.
Bruno. We were all surprised that he was on penalties, and definitely he will want to redeem himself again. So there's
But
no
but
way.
but but but, but, but what shows that you get a penalty against Everton?
Oh no, I'm not saying he gets a penalty. I'm just saying that
Okay.
the plus, the plus here is that because he took one and he missed, and everyone wants him to
Yeah.
score again and bounce back, you can be
Okay.
sure that the next penalty he's the one going to take it. So
Okay.
for now, Ronaldo to me doesn't seem on penalties, but
Okay.
Ronaldo gets you the goals, and I'm more of a fixture person. So
Okay.
if Bruno has played against you and has scored every time, I'm definitely confident that Bruno
Yeah, yeah,
will.
yeah. I remember that very good game we had last the turning point of Man U season last season, whereby that
Yes,
3-2 win, and then
yes.
Man U picked up from there and went on. Yeah.
No, so he always tries to he always scores against Everton, and you will be able to see his zeal with the team this game week. So if I had Bruno, if I had my way, actually I would have even sold Ronaldo for Bruno because I think he even do better. That's just my thoughts, but obviously that's just cynical. Why would you sell uh, Ronaldo for Bruno? but
Uh,
I,
no, but okay, sure. But some
if,
managers still have Bruno in their team as at now. The fact is
yeah,
that
so
much.
if you have
Please, if
him,
you
I
have
think
Bruno, don't sell him this week. This week is a that Everton game will be a very open game, and most likely he might be involved in the goals. Even if not, even as I mean, the Champions League he was even taking some shots from outside the box, and now as he's taking the shot from outside the box, it means that he's actually doing quite well there. So and his finishing sometimes is one of the very good. Sometimes we tell him Bruno Fernandes and stuff, but Bruno scores last season. His goals that he scores was only half that was penalties. So if we always talk about it, yes, it was not like as if all the goals were like someone like Mihail Lebojevic, whose goals are all penalties and then free kicks. He
free kick.
sometimes scores goals as well. So we shouldn't just but going forward from game week 8 as the Man United presence get better, then you can make the swap. So if you have him, don't sell him
But,
now.
but even
Yeah.
against Leicester, if you have a Man United as a don't sell because Leicester is
Are you?
looking very bad
Yeah.
defensively.
But so you see why I said I wasn't going to sell Ronaldo in game week 8. Originally I was supposed to sell Ronaldo game. I was like, no,
No,
the
it's
fixture form.
you see, my issue is not with selling Ronaldo. I don't have a problem with it, but with the erratic nature of Man United's play, that is what is worrying me.
Sure.
That is why I advise people because when you are choosing a captaincy choice or when you have a big team player, you expect that they play well. For instance, Lukaku, Chelsea plays well naturally. The way they
Sure.
play, yes, they'll have blips, but you know that the organization is there. The team play, the way they are playing is right there in front of your eyes for you to see how they are playing. And you know the person or the player will get the chances. But it's not the same with United. Ronaldo never got a sniff until the 95th minute in the game.
Sure. It,
Uh-huh.
it, it,
So,
it
so
just tells you how good he is.
yes, but then again, so it also tells you how bad the team is. So
Sure.
do you
Sure.
want a 12.5 player for just a goal every game that Jimenez can also give you? You get it? So
Yes.
that's where me my issue is. It's the United team. It's not with the player Ronaldo.
With the player Ronaldo. Okay. Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
so that's
Okay.
it.
So invariably also saying that if you are selling Ronaldo, don't feel bad about it, because you can have other players who will be able to give you the very good returns.
That's my
That's
point.
the point.
That's
Sure,
my
very,
point.
very, very true. So I'll sell Ronaldo, but according to my normal plan, if nothing changes, I'll sell Ronaldo in game week 9 for Lukaku, not in game week 8,
Okay.
because the Leicester fixture, I know that will be a very open game. Leicester will always play a very open game. United always likes that, teams that open up and play. When they sit
Yes.
back, United always struggles in such games there. Okay, so Marvin speaks for this week's where goalkeeper Mendy, because of Chelsea's very good finishes, and against Southampton at home, I'm expecting either that game will end 0-0 for my Livramento, or Chelsea will win. Chelsea will win a clean sheet for my Alonso. So I'm going both ways. But Marvin predicts the 2-0 win, and the Chelsea defense is getting better. Though they've lost against um City and Juve, people should not be blinded by that. Those are very high class teams that they've met, and you expect that in such games there should be a continuing there. Marvin went to Regulion against Aston Villa. Marvin is thinking that Villa won't score. But I personally, I think that the Villa team is looking very good attacking wise now in their back system, and they are looking very good attacking wise. So we should all watch out for the Aston Villa team. Although Reguilon is somebody who you are not looking much because Spurs is not doing too well, but if Spurs start getting their clean sheets, I think he's getting the bonus points as well when they get the clean sheet. So you can have him at that price point as well. And then Conor Gallagher, people are saying that Crystal Palace features are not too good, but even though they are not too good, there are some players for a five. I think Gallagher is now 5.6 or 5.7. For a 5.6 Gallagher, you shouldn't look at fixtures as long as in every 1 or 2 games it gets you a goal or assist. Why not? Sometimes you don't need. He's not like a 12.0 player whereby you need to look at the efficiency. He has a very good set of fixtures. So please, if you haven't bought Gallagher, you can buy him because the good thing is it allows you to work on other parts of your budget. And one of the things that I talked about, I was very happy when I saw Odegaard's price at 5.5, Smith Rowe at 5.5, and then the other guys at 5. I said yes, it's good because when the season goes and then we are struggling for the budget, struggling for players, we can fall on, and then you see they are actually proving too good for us as well. So that is that, and then Jimenez. So you and Roland all go for Jimenez. You and Marvin all go for Marvin and Roland. You and Marvin. I thought I might even say.
Oh, we understand.
Yeah, so both of you, yes, both of you go for Jimenez there. So we are looking at, and then Marvin says that Oba against Brighton. I think now that one thing about a very good win like against Spurs, when their team is not going on and you get such a good win, it sparks everything all over again. So please don't sleep on the Arsenal assets. Just watch out for them. If they do hit their game this week, surely get him there. And then Marvin is going for a very differential captain, Chris Wood against Norwich. We are talking about captain against Norwich. Yes. So please, if you have the opportunity to buy Chris Wood, you can buy him. I might not subscribe that captain him, but you can captain him because surely, Burnley will score against Norwich. At more when they meet the teams of their standard, they always try and score. So you just know that Chris Wood will surely be involved in the goals in there. So that is it. Then, I will say anything before I move on.
No, let's
Okay,
go.
yes. So Roland, what are your plans? This is how your team was looking at last week. What are your plans?
Okay,
Transfer plans.
so at first glance, I have to get Rafinha into the team.
Okay.
I was speculating on wild carding, but I'm still looking at the team. For now, my team doesn't look that bad. I think
Doesn't
that
look bad, sure.
Gundogan had to go, so I've let go of Gundogan finally.
Okay.
If I'm to transfer because Charlie the guy has to go. He's red flagged. He's dropping in
Yeah,
price.
yeah, sure,
Yes, I'm usually one who likes the late transfer, so I think
sure.
I've lost points three over there with
Yeah.
Gundogan, but
Good look at
it's
it.
part of the game.
Part of the game.
So if we get news that Shaw is injured, I'm sure that will be the last stretch for me because looking at my team right now, Ronaldo, Antonio, it's not bad. It's not a bad
It's not
setup.
bad. So if Shaw is injured, who are you going to get?
If Shaw is injured, that leaves me. I maybe go for a Chelsea defender.
So will you go Rudiger or Alonso?
That's where the problem is because right now I don't know whether I like safe picks, so maybe I'll go Aspilicueta.
As Flick yeah, sure,
Maybe,
sure, sure, sure. No,
yeah,
funny enough, our eyes have not gone to him. I think because he's higher, he's at 6. So that's why
yeah,
most of our attention is not going to him. But
yes,
he's safer. Okay.
yes. So that's what I'm looking at. Rafinha and Jota. I
Okay.
know if you come on, he will not start against Man City, but
Sure.
I'll just keep him there. You never know these kind of things.
Charlie.
When everyone's eyes are off right now,
Off.
like you see, I mentioned it last week that
Mhm.
Jota or 2 weeks ago because he knows Firmino is back.
Oh.
Whatever he has to
Oh.
do to score, he'll score, and he did
Yeah.
score, and he had so
Okay.
many chances. So you know that the Man City game he's not playing,
Okay.
and Firmino goes on international break and comes back. They play their last games 14,
Watford.
15.
Yeah.
Yes, so 14, 15. That game is a good game for Jota.
Yeah.
So let's
Was an
see
early
how.
kickoff in Game Week 8.
Yeah, so let's see how it goes. So
Okay.
that's about it.
So most likely you are doing a defensive transfer there. Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah.
So I talked about I yeah, so I talked about the Aston Villa attack. They are really, really, really doing well there. I went Alonso. I've gone Alonso. I went Alonso. In my plan, I have a plan for about the next 3 weeks. So I know what transfer to make each week, except anything happens. So the plan is to have Alonso and Cancelo at the back, so that I can have a 4-3-3 formation or a 3-4-3 based on how the fixture will go. Uh-huh. The most painful thing for me last week was that people did not get a chance to play while the Arsenal goals were going. Oh, Charlie, the way I was happy Arsenal was squared, only not to have people. But I think he might have some minutes to play against. But if he doesn't play this week, then maybe God willing, next he will go next. Not in a bad way per se. So I brought in Watkins because I think I am really, really sure that the Aston Villa attack is quite good. Even though they are playing Spurs away, Spurs away, I'm seeing some very good work in there. You know, the Gea is a very good shot from Watkins, and Watkins is getting into very good position. His finishing is not as clinical as Danny Ings, but if he's getting into such positions, then it means that one or two of these days he's surely going to score. So Watkins in there for me. Captaincy Ronaldo. Roland, what's your captaincy for this week?
I have not decided.
You have not decided.
No. Last week we were all sat here saying, "Oh, Aston Villa will play an open game. Aston Villa will play an open game," and nothing happened. They opened up. Yes, they did, but the attacking play wasn't so nice. So I don't know if maybe Antonio. I may just go Antonio as a safe pick,
As a safe
or
pick.
or even Rafinha. So I don't know. I'm not decided for now.
Would would you
Ronaldo's last minute goal to it means that he's also so I'm undecided. Or
okay?
if I get
Would
Lukaku
would,
too,
would,
I don't know. I'm not decided. Man.
would you go Mo Salah, or you will not go? You will not try that?
Oh no. I'm not that brave now. I'm
but
sorry.
but no. But I just want to put on the record. If you're a manager, you feel Mo Salah will hit, please captain him. Sometimes we look at a typical patient and we don't captain a player, and the player will hit. Because what I see is that the game against City, that game there will be goals. You know what? The City Liverpool games are not goals, that games that are dull. Klopp
Yeah,
will attack, Pep will
say
attack. Yes,
say
that's to
I
say,
see for the
yeah,
following week.
stay, yeah, that
That's
goes never.
1-1.
The only thing is that because it's a very good opposition, though Liverpool might score, the goal might not come through Salah, which will be the most painful thing. So please just have some level of caution when you are trying to captain Mo Salah there. Okay, yes. So Roland, this is Marvin's team. So I think Roland, yes, you told me something that now you can predict Marvin's moves. So please predict Marvin's moves for me here.
Oh, if Marlon normally bring Rafinha in for Jota, that's the
Okay.
only move he would make. And then that's if he doesn't wild card. And if Shaw is injured, you get a Chelsea defender. Is that simple?
Oh, okay. So you are quite sure what Marlvin? Okay, we'll see Rowland next week. If Marlvin makes, then we'll say we'll call you. We'll call you.
Because you call me what?
We'll call you the Marlvin Soothsayer.
Oh, Asamo. That's the most obvious move you make, and I'm sure
You
you
make
come to the again.
you come to Ronaldo again. Okay, so
It
let's
doesn't
discuss
want
the
yeah.
so let's discuss the key points for viewers and then we leave it there. So
Oh,
Trent is injured. Klopp says that Trent is not playing. Should people sell Trent or should they keep him?
sell him.
So
If
are
you
you
have a
selling?
1 week plan, if you have a 1 week plan, sell him. For
Okay,
instance, I want to buy a Aspilicueta, and my funds will not be enough for sure.
okay,
So if I want Aspilicueta, I move to Trent. If I'm I'm,
okay,
I'm I'm sure if I even want Alonso, I still can't get him with sure.
okay,
So
okay.
yeah,
So you
so
can sell
that's
him 1 week and then the next week bring him back. Especially for
that's
managers who are planning on wild carding. So you can sell him
that's
1 week and then bring him back.
because Klopp himself wasn't sure how long he'll be out for. So it's not a matter of I want
No, no,
TA in my team.
Roland. I think Klopp has made another update. The other update is that um he's getting okay, but then they don't want to take any risks because of such an injury. And you know that we are going for an international break of 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks' time he might come. But then you're also making a very good point that after that Watford game, they'll have some very tough games afterwards. So even
Yeah,
if he's not too fit, club might not risk him there. So
Man City
it's
fixtures them better. So if you have a
yeah,
Cancelo, you just go. No one rules out how good Trent is, and
sure,
even the
sure.
short games. But per the nature of your team, you being able
Mm,
to save, and you knowing that they have easier fixtures along the line, it makes it easy
sure.
to get him out for like 3, 4 game weeks
And
and
then
bring
bring
him
him
back
back
in.
when necessary. Sure, sure. So that's the take on Trent. But me, if your team is such that you can manage without Trent for 1 week, if you have a Livramento on the bench or a very good 4 point something or Ben White somewhere, you can just manage and then keep him. I think sometimes selling and bringing him back, the dynamics in some way. So that is there. So sure. So what
Can
about
you,
Shaw? So
can you
Shaw.
wait? Can you go back to Marvin's team? I want to see something.
Okay, sure. Okay. So Marlvin's team. This is Marlvin's team.
Okay. So I know he has Ben White. I don't know his other defender that he has.
I think it's
So he
Aileen.
okay. So if Shaw is injured, you definitely make a defensive change.
Okay.
But if not, you play White, Marcel, and Shaw. So okay, that's
Okay.
fine. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, great there. So concerning Shaw, let's wait for an update. Wait for an update. If you get an update that you think it's okay and you think you play, you can keep it. But then we have said Shaw 6 weeks. He's been our teams and not done any proper thing. So if you have to sell Shaw, so I was the one who was advocating for Shaw preseason, but I think that the way United are not keeping clean sheets, it doesn't make you spend that extra 5.5 for somebody like Shaw good enough there. So now, Roland, now which premium defenders should managers target now as the fixture is swinging? Is it City or Chelsea? And if you want to do a double, should they go double City or double Chelsea?
Okay, I don't believe in double like that
Mm.
because those double clean sheets wipe out.
One goal,
Anything can
any
happen.
malam goal.
Any malam goal, Charlie. Any malam goal. So I usually propose that you go in for fullbacks.
Mm,
That's why you've also gone in for Alonso because his ceiling is very high.
yeah.
And against teams that usually are bottom teams, he's a bully, just like Lukaku is a bully when
Okay.
it comes to those small teams.
Okay.
So that's why I was saying Aspilicueta because right now there's some uncertainty among the
Yeah.
community of who is going to start. If it
Yeah.
was maybe an early kickoff, maybe you say we can get some news on Twitter,
Early
but
news. Yeah.
not an early kickoff. So it makes it more difficult for us to tell who exactly is starting. Managers are saying that his time is up, Alonso's time is up. Others are
Okay.
saying
I disagree.
Chilwell's time has started. All stories, all kinds of stories.
Yeah.
So getting me, if I'm to wildcard, I'll get in Cancelo, I'll get in Alonso or Rhys James. You have one of them, then you have a
Yeah.
TA. But right now,
Okay.
TA is out. So definitely, if you are looking at it from that angle too, then it means that you have to get maybe two Chelsea defenders because they are the ones with the easier fixtures.
Sure.
right? So City is not bad, but if I'm going in, maybe I'll take two Chelsea, one how do you call it? One
One city.
City. Yes, but
Okay.
Arsenal defense too shouldn't be underrated. So
Sure.
if
That's
I'm
true.
to really get it, I just go in for my Ben White who give me my short 6 points. Then go
At
in for
that 4.4
yes,
price.
yes. Then you just get in maybe Alonso or Reece James or Chilwell. Then you get in your Cancelo, right?
Sure.
Because he's more nil to play now. So
Don't need
that's
to
it.
pay them. Sure. Great. Okay. Good. So what if assuming you are wild carding in game week 7, you can go double
Chelsea.
Chelsea and then leave your City guy out because that game will not be a clean sheet. And then in game week 8, you can just use one transfer to bring back one of the City guys. So you can just those who are planning on wild card in game week 7, so that you make use of the fixture for this week, and then you bring the other City guy for one of the Chelsea guys. Well, I hope you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So that then you have because if you bring him now and doesn't hit, you might get more annoying as well. So
Yeah.
that is it in there. So wild carding in game week 7 or game week, my thoughts are that if you wild card this week, you normally have an international break, injuries happen, a lot of things happen. So if your team is not so bad, please hold on just for this weekend and wild card in game week 8, and then that would be in there. So I think these are the pertinent issues in FPL this week. Let's watch out for press conferences during the day today. And then tomorrow as well, it's 11:30 kickoff, meaning the deadline is at 10 a.m. So managers to watch out for that. And please, our passwords as well. Let's watch out there. Roland, anything to say before we go?
Oh, that's it. I think that we have spoken extensively just to make sure that we have gone out of our comfort zone to make
So
viewers, happy. We again apologize for the the delayed
we tried our best and we did everything. The technical challenges
broadcast
were
of
not
the
being
show,
sorted.
but
Yes,
but,
sure,
but it's always part of it, and it's a learning
sure,
process for us. So
sure,
as I keep saying every day, we are trying our best to try and get to that level. So kaka will get there.
sure.
And thank you for your trust in us. So go on,
Yeah.
stream the video, and let's
Yes. So
get
share.
it.
Let somebody who might not have been be able to watch also be able to watch. So any challenges, any comments, you can ask us. Put you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section. We'll answer it. So in anything, I'll be on the platform today. So any comment that comes concerning any challenge, I will surely answer it there as well. Okay. So managers, thank you very much. When we go willing next week Thursday, we'll do a review of how the first 6 game weeks have gone, and then we'll plan and then look at, because international break is coming, so we need to review and then look at how best to go. But also do a wildcard show as well, because people might be wildcard in game 8 as well. So all the best, managers. Thank you for keeping
All right.
up with us, and all the best. Okay,
Have a
Roland,
great weekend.
and that
All
one,
right.
and then
Thank
all
you,
the
guys.
best for our teams as well. Okay,
All right.
bye,
Bye.
bye.